What's up, guys? It's Brazil here, and today we are doing another video. Today we are doing another mock draft, and I've learned a little bit more about the players since then. Is my mock draft gonna be right? No. Are you gonna agree with every pick? No. But let's agree to disagree, and let's go right into this first pick. Everyone knows it. It's gonna be Penei Sewell. I'm just kidding. No, it's Trevor Lawrence. Number 2. This is where it starts getting interesting. You go either tackle. You go quarterback, or you go receiver, all depending on what the Jets want to do. I still like Sam Darnold a little bit. Yeah, I know he's been bad, but I still feel like he could be a good quarterback inside some situations. You could protect him with Penei Sewell, or you could go Zach Wilson or Justin Fields. I honestly feel like this Jets team is not just a quarterback away from being competitors, so I think I might take a receiver here. 2 is really high for a receiver, but they've done it before with Keyshawn Johnson. And yes, that was a different NFL era, but I just want to get some weapons. But which receiver do you guys like the most? There's Jamar Chase, there's Devontae Smith, and Jalen Waddle. Smith is my personal favorite, but I know some people like Chase. What do we do? I feel like 2 is still kind of high for a receiver at the end of the day. But Devontae Smith is nice. I'm going to go ahead and give him Devontae Smith. Zach Wilson and Justin Fields could have easily been that pick too, but we will just see how the fall goes. Number 3 is we got the Dolphins. Penei Sewell, easy. The receiver is also an option there, but we went there. This is where it could get really, really interesting. The Falcons could use they're taking a quarterback here. You're not going to get this unlucky again and fall to number 4. Unless your team is really bad, which you have problems and you need to build around a team. I'm going to go ahead. I personally like Zach Wilson more, but I love the fit of Justin Fields to Atlanta. Give them more diversity in that offense. Zach Wilson can run too, but I just feel like Justin Fields is a little bit better. I like Zach Wilson's arm more, but I just like Justin Fields' fit inside Atlanta more than Zach Wilson's. Number 5, we have the Bengals, and this is a worst case scenario for the Bengals. The top receiver and top tackle are off the board. If you're the Bengals, you're praying Sewell falls to you. You want to protect Joe Burrow. Rashawn Slater could easily be a pick here too. He dominated Chase Young inside their game, and I'm gonna go ahead and take Rashawn Slater. Eagles, this is where it could get really interesting. I'm going to go ahead and just take Jamar Chase. They could go quarterback easy, though, but they need a receiver for Jalen Hurts or Carson Wentz, whoever they want to play at quarterback next year. Lions are on the board. This is easily a trade-up candidate for them, too. But, actually, let me think about this. They just traded for Jared Goff, which I really like that trade for the Rams. And I feel like Jared Goff... The thing with Jared Goff is he's a good quarterback. Is he top tier? No. He's probably like a 16 to 20-ish range, maybe. Do you want to take a quarterback here? Zach Wilson fell into your laps. If we didn't trade for Jared Goff right now, I'm taking Zach Wilson 1,000%. But with Jared Goff off the board, or with Jared Goff on the roster, I'm taking Waddle. We need a receiver. Our receivers are leaving. Give me Waddle. Number 8, we have the Carolina Panthers. Zach Wilson's the pick. There's no reason Zach Wilson should fall down this far, but he did in this mock draft. If Zach Wilson doesn't go number 2, I could see him falling to 8. Number 9, Broncos. This is how much do you like Drew Lock? That's my question. Personally, I feel like he definitely has room for improvement. He's a bottom tier starter right now. I still like him. But also, I like Trey Lance. Trey Lance is a nice prospect. Said it earlier. Trey Lance reminds me a lot of Dak. I don't know if number 9 is the right spot to take him. I mean, at a quarterback, you gotta take him early. It all depends. Do you want to go defense here? You could take Caleb Farley or Patrick Surtain. Man, this is difficult for the Broncos. I'm going to go ahead. Personally, I'm sticking with Drew Lock for one more year. But if your franchise quarterback's here and you believe in Trey Lance, go ahead and give me Trey Lance. Caleb Farley is going to be the pick. So we got the Dallas Cowboys on the board. Caleb Farley would have been my pick. He's off the board right now, obviously. Micah Parsons, solid player. Don't know about. I don't know if the Cowboys should invest in another early linebacker. Patrick Surtain might be the pick here. He's going to be the pick here. J.C. Horn. If I'm the Cowboys, I'm trading down. But yeah, J.C. Horn's also another good player. Don't know about number 10. But if you really like your guy, you're going to draft him no matter what position. Number 11 is the New York Giants. We got two linebackers right here. Micah Parsons and Jeremiah Owusu. I feel like it could be Parsons. Owusu's also pretty good. If they're feeling really risky, go ahead and take Trey Lance. But I'm going to go ahead and give him Micah Parsons. All right. Next pick is the San Francisco 49ers. Trey Lance. I don't like Garoppolo. He's a good player. Or he's an okay quarterback. I don't like him. 49ers could take Kyle Pitts too. Yes, they have George Kittle, the best or top 2 tight end in the league, depending on where you want to rank Travis Kelce or Darren Waller. He could be not Kittle. I'll take Kittle over Waller any day. And I like Kittle more than Kelce. But yes, but Kyle Pitts, give him to Kyle Shanahan. He doesn't even have to be a tight end. He could be like a receiver for you. The 49ers can make position in this football happen. Chargers are on the board. You could take an edge here. Take a corner. Kyle Pitts on the board too. You could take a tackle to protect Herbert. And I think that's what I'm doing. I'm giving Christian Darrisaw. I want to make sure my quarterback's upright for the future. With the Vikings on the board, we drafted Irv Smith recently. I don't give a fuck. Give me Kyle Pitts. We're going to make one of the most explosive offenses. Yes, our defense is trash. And I'm kind of regretting the pick already. I regret it. I'm not going to lie. But we just made a really good offense for whoever comes in after Kirk Cousins. And at the end of the day, if you're going to have a really explosive offense, you got Dalvin Cook, Justin Jefferson. Adam Thielen might be a little bit older whenever that new quarterback does come in. You got Kyle Pitts. You got 4 really good weapons here. You're going to have a dominant offense for years to come. Yes, your defense sucks right now. But you can't pass up on a generational talent like that. With the Patriots on the board, if Kyle Pitts doesn't go at 14, we could go ahead and easily take Kyle Pitts at 15. But that's not how the board fell to us. We could go ahead and take our Dante Hightower replacement. Yes, Dante Hightower is still a good linebacker, but he's getting older now. He opted out last year. You could go ahead and take J.C. Horn too, depending on what you do with Stephon Gilmore. I'm going to take Jeremiah Owusu. The Kwity Paye is falling, but he's not going to fall for long because we're going to take him right here with the Cardinals because we need an edge. Hassan Reddick's almost out. He might leave because he had a really good, I wouldn't even say a really good year. He had some really good games. I'll say he had a good year. He had a lot of sacks. Give me Kwity Paye here. You could go J.C. Horn here too. Now, I like the theory of adding like a Travis Etienne to this backfield because you don't really have that it factor running back. Because Chase Edmonds is a nice guy, but he's more of a role guy. Then you got Kenyon Drake. He's so average. Kwity Paye, gonna be the pick. Roast me in the comments if you want. I feel like they need an edge though. 17, the Raiders defense. Anything defense. Give me. I want to take J.C. Horn so bad here. They could also take Gregory Rousseau. J.C. Horn, I feel like would be the better pick, depending on how you feel about their corners. Give me J.C. And with the Dolphins on the board, okay. Honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you guys right now. I don't like Gregory Rousseau. I watched his film. Like, yeah, his production was good. His technique is so sus. Dolphins. I'm gonna go ahead and what do we want? We took our tackle, right? Yeah. So we can't. I mean, we could be ballsy and take another tackle, but that's drafting like 3 or 4 high-level tackles in the last 2 years. No. What do we need? Let me look exactly what we need. They're saying we need receiver, tackle, running back, edge, and safety. Best player available out of all those positions is Gregory Rousseau, but I just don't want to do that to the Dolphins. But I guess I have to, because Gregory Rousseau is still projected to go decently high. Even if I don't like the player, someone's gonna fall in love with those traits he has. And let's go ahead. He has the body. He has everything he needs to be a good player. He just needs to learn technique. And if he does learn that technique, he could be a really good player. So I'm going to go ahead and give them Rousseau. They're going to draft him off upside. And if there's any coach I could believe would get the best out of Rousseau, it's got to be Brian Flores. Brian Flores has that team playing amazing. They should have made the playoffs. They got screwed. Washington, they're not going DT here. They need a quarterback, but all the good quarterbacks are taken. This could be a Mac Jones spot. I would personally trade down. I wouldn't draft Mac Jones this high. But you're desperate for a quarterback. You just cut your first-round pick from a couple years ago because he's crazy. Christian Barmore's on board. Okay, let's talk about Haskins real quick. I just want him to get his life back on. Like, not get his life back on track. I don't feel like it's that bad. I just want him to become a good football player. I know he can be it. He just needs to get his head on right. And Pittsburgh could be a perfect situation for him. He's got amazing talent in Pittsburgh. He just needs to make sure he's more focused on football. That's all I got to say about him. Christian Barmore is the best player available. I wouldn't say best player available. And I don't think football team needs a DT. I apologize if I called them the other team that they used to be. It just still flows off my tongue sometimes. Personally, I'm not taking him here. But I know some team's going to love him. And that's a football team. Let's go ahead and give Mac Jones. Chicago Bears could also be another Mac Jones spot. Mac Jones is probably going somewhere on this range right here. If Trey Lance doesn't fall. Mac Jones is going somewhere right here. Someone needs him. So the Bears are on the clock. We need a receiver, quarterback, tight end, edge, and corner. Tooney's the best player available. I feel like we could also go tackle. Receiver, tight end, edge. Let's go Tooney. I'm not in love with that pick, but he is the best player available for their teammates here. And I don't think they really need DT because they have Eddie Goldman. Colts right here. They're a quarterback away. But I'm not taking a quarterback here. I'm sorry. They got to find a way to acquire a quarterback through trade or free agency because this draft's just not falling their way. But with that being said, let's go ahead and get him Vera Tucker because Costanzo just retired. Pretty solid player, but he just retired, and they're just going to need someone else to replace him. And let's build up a line for Jonathan. Okay, let's talk about Jonathan Taylor real quick. Dude played phenomenal at the second half of the season. You can't tell me anything otherwise. He's going to be a good back for years to come if he plays like that. And the Tennessee Titans are on the board. I'm going to go ahead and give them their Jarrell Casey replacement and Christian Barmore. They could easily take like an edge or a tackle here. I want to say tackle. They could easily take an edge here. But let's go ahead and give them Christian Barmore. I feel like DTs are so underrated. Number 23 is the Jets. We took a receiver first. You could go tackle here. You need someone next to Mekhi Beck on the opposite side of Mekhi Becton. But this is where a running back could go to. Najee Harris and Travis Etienne. I like both of them. I like Etienne a little bit better. I haven't really watched too much of Harris. I'm going to go ahead and give him Harris. Because Harris kind of reminds me a little bit of Kamara. I'll go ahead and take Harris. 24, we have the Pittsburgh Steelers. Let's go ahead and take it. Travis Etienne. We didn't talk too much about that. I don't see them taking an edge. They could take an offensive tackle, but they need a running back really bad. Connor's okay. He's not a bell cow. Travis Etienne comes in with Ben Roethlisberger. He's sus. They could easily trade for Sam Darnold to be their future quarterback. That's if I'm the Steelers, I'm trying to trade for Sam Darnold and not give up my first round pick because I want a running back. But you could always get production from a running back later in the draft too. So I wouldn't say first pick. Like I just want to keep my first round pick if I'm the Steelers. because you're still a couple. I would say you're probably a decent quarterback and like a player away from pushing for a conference championship. They were undefeated. I feel like they were one of the worst undefeated teams in the history of the NFL, but they're still undefeated. They obviously did something right. Mike Tomlin's an amazing coach, and Travis Etienne will be an amazing running back for a Super Bowl contender. He could give them like some Willie Parker vibes. Let's go ahead and just give him Travis Etienne. With the Jaguars on the clock, I guess we could go Aziz Azuri because they need an edge. They need to replace Yannick Ngakoue, Calais Campbell. Let's go ahead and give him that edge. I want to protect Travis Lawrence too. Just didn't fall our way. They could also go Samuel Cosme, I guess. But okay, here's the Browns. Browns, I like Xavier Collins kind of to them. Or Nick Bolton. I like Nick Bolton better. Nick Bolton's probably one of my favorite linebackers inside this draft. But they have Collins ranked higher. It says they need an edge though. I guess Vernon's towards the end of his career. We have Myles Garrett still. He's gonna be dominant for freaking years to come. So I don't feel like edge is too big of a need. We could always address that next year. I don't feel like it's our top need, like how this is saying. I'm going linebacker, and I personally believe Nick Bolton's better. But I could always see why you want to take Xavier Collins too. So if you don't like the Nick Bolton pick, go ahead and give him Xavier Collins. Ravens are on the board. You need a receiver. Rashad Bateman. Yeah. No regrets about that. We need a receiver if we're the Ravens. Saints are on the board. Tackles are on the board, but Armstead's kind of getting a little bit older. How old is Tyrion Armstead? He's 29. Okay, so he's not too old. He's going to be 30 this year. So it depends on what you want to do with Armstead. He probably has like another 4 or 5 years in him. Drew Brees just retired, but you have Jameis Winston. And honestly, okay, here's my hot take. I like Winston. I feel like Winston's talented. He's just stupid sometimes. And I hope that year with Drew Brees and playing with Sean Payton helps him out. So I'm not touching quarterback unless it's like 3rd or 4th round here. I'm gonna go ahead, keep Winston for another year. You have Taysom Hill. I don't think he could be a franchise quarterback, but his role on the team is really important, at least for them. So we could go defense because that's how it is. That's how the board is falling to us. And I've never heard of that series at Q's Corner. I'm sorry. Their guard play, they have Austin Peets, and I can't remember the other guard. He's okay. Their line's okay. We don't have to really draft a lineman yet. Do we want to go do you want to go in? No, we go linebacker. Let's go ahead and give him a linebacker because DeMario Davis is getting pretty old. Xavier Collins could go ahead and replace him. We got the Green Bay Packers on the board. David Bakhtiari just signed a massive contract. Do they need another tackle though? I honestly don't know. Receiver and DT, corner and linebacker. I think I gotta go corner. And I would give them this guy just because he's ranked higher. But I haven't watched him, so I don't know. Tyson Campbell, I'll go ahead and give him. Did I mess that up? Packers, receiver, DT. Nah. Okay, we did good. They could have gone receiver too, but I don't see anyone really. Terrence Marshall's okay. He could probably sneak in right there, but the board didn't fall where we could get a receiver. So let's go ahead and take him, and maybe trade up for a receiver instead of second. Buffalo is on the clock. What does Buffalo need? Edge, tight end, corner. Okay, this is easy then. Joseph Vasai. Let's go ahead and get us a pass rusher. The secondary is amazing in Buffalo. The front seven's sus. Tampa Bay is up. They could take a tackle on the other side of what's his name? Trevor Wirth. I forgot his first name. Jedrick Wirth, right? No, it's Jedrick Wills. Okay, those tackles, they just confused me from last year. Tristan Wirfs. So I want to go right tackle. It's either Leatherwood or Cosme. Honestly, I'm not sure which one plays the right tackle. I wish they showed more of a designation, but honestly, and Tyron Smith was a right tackle when he first came into the league, and they just switched him to left tackle. So yes, your technique's gonna be off a little bit, but you could honestly move either side of the line. Let's go give them Leatherwood, and you got the Kansas City Chiefs here. Do we want to get fun? Do you want to have some fun? Sammy Watkins is almost up. Go receiver. If not, you can take a tackle to protect Mahomes. Eric Fisher's only making Pro Bowls because of where he was drafted. Not even where he was drafted. He's on the Chiefs. He's been a solid player lately, but he's not really a Pro Bowler. The Chiefs, yeah. Let's go ahead and give him Samuel Cosme. That wasn't the exciting pick I wanted to do, but it's like the safest pick. So yeah, that was our draft. I wish we could show an actual recap, but we can't. I appreciate you guys for watching, and I'm out.